Picture this. You've meticulously planned your trip, packed your bags with care, and you're finally at the airport, ready for takeoff. You're in the airport security line, that familiar cue of anticipation and mild anxiety, inching closer to the point of no return. Feeling prepared, you've navigated the airline's baggage restrictions, double-checked your documents, and mentally rehearsed the security drill. Laptop out, ready to be placed in its own tray. Shoes off, a momentary act of vulnerability on the cold, hard floor. Pockets empty, keys, coins, phone all surrendered to the plastic bin. A temporary detachment from your everyday essentials. Suddenly your bag is pulled aside. The conveyor belt grinds to a halt, and all eyes seem to be on you. The officer holds up a jar of strawberry jam, a sweet, innocent-looking souvenir or a thoughtful gift. A gift, carefully chosen and wrapped, now facing an unexpected obstacle. Now destined for the bin. Its journey cut short, its purpose unfulfilled. The heartbreak is real. A small sting of disappointment, a minor setback in your travel plans. But it's just jam, the traveler pleads, a last-ditch attempt to reason with the unyielding rules. But the 100 milliliters rule is absolute. No exceptions, no compromises. That jar joins a growing pile of surrendered items, water bottles often full, a symbol of our on-the-go hydration habits, perfumes, expensive fragrances destined to never reach their destination, sun cream, essential for sunny getaways, yet often falling victim to the liquid restrictions. It feels wasteful, a stark reminder of the things we take for granted, even personal. These aren't just random objects, they're items we've chosen, paid for, and intended to use. What happens to all this stuff? Where does it all go? Every day a silent ritual unfolds at airports around the globe. Airports worldwide collect tons of confiscated goods, a mountain of discarded belongings, a testament to our travel habits and security protocols, an endless stream of forgotten, forbidden, and sometimes bizarre items. Things you wouldn't believe people try to bring on a plane. Most of us never see. What happens next? We simply walk away, trusting that the system will handle it. Behind the scenes, a hidden system sorts, recycles, and sometimes donates these items. A complex logistical operation working tirelessly to manage the flow of discarded goods. It's not just about rules, it's about the consequences of those rules, the ripple effect of security measures on a massive scale. It's about the secret afterlife of the things we leave behind. The untold stories of discarded belongings, the journeys they take after we say goodbye. I wanted to follow that jar of jam and uncover its journey, to trace its path through the hidden corridors of the airport system. The fate of your confiscated items is more complex than you think. It's a story with many unexpected twists and turns. Some end up recycled, some donated, others destroyed. A diverse range of outcomes, each with its own implications. This global operation reveals what we value, what we forget, and the odd things we try to carry on a plane. A mirror reflecting our desires, our habits, and our occasional lapses in judgment. It's a story of waste, but also of surprising second chances. A glimmer of hope amidst the discarded belongings, a reminder that even waste can have value. So let's pull back the curtain and see what really happens after you walk away. Beyond the security checkpoint into the hidden world of airport operations, welcome to the secret life of airport confiscations. A journey into the unknown, a glimpse behind the scenes of a global phenomenon. Navigating airport security can sometimes feel like an obstacle course with a series of rules and procedures that seem inconvenient. It's easy to see security rules as a hassle, a necessary evil that slows down your journey. But behind every seemingly arbitrary regulation, every banned item, there's a very specific reason. A reason rooted in safety and security. Take, for instance, the 100 milliliters liquid rule. It wasn't just a random decision, it was born from a real, very serious 2006 terror plot, a plot involving liquid explosives, cleverly disguised as everyday drinks. Airport security isn't arbitrary, it's a carefully considered system designed to prevent potential disaster. Items are banned from flights if they could potentially be used as weapons to create explosives or to conceal other, more significant threats. That's the underlying reason why you might have to lose your seemingly harmless water bottle, that full-size bottle of shampoo, or even that delicious jar of honey you were hoping to bring as a gift. Water bottles consistently top the list of confiscated items at airport security checkpoints, closely followed by those full-size toiletries and various food spreads, and lighters too. It's surprising how many people simply forget they're carrying not just one but sometimes multiple lighters. To ensure nothing slips through the cracks, security agents are rigorously trained to meticulously spot anything that could potentially be dangerous, even if it initially seems completely harmless. Sporting goods, various tools, and all kinds of sharp objects will all get flagged during the screening process. And the rules are not set in stone. They are constantly updated as new potential threats continue to emerge. Therefore, every single confiscated item is viewed as a potential risk that has been successfully neutralized and not simply as a lost possession. It's a stark reality of our times, but ultimately, it's what helps keep us all safe when we fly. So the next time you have to relinquish something at airport security, just remember, it's all ultimately about ensuring our collective safety. While the entire process may sometimes feel frustrating and inconvenient, it's important to remember that it's rooted in real-world events and very real potential risks. And that's the reality of modern air travel in the world we live in today. Once your item drops, whether it's a forgotten water bottle, an overzealous jar of peanut butter, or a prohibited pocket knife, it embarks on a journey you likely never considered. Into the bin, a silent portal to a parallel airport operation, it enters a hidden world, a complex ecosystem dedicated to processing the thousands of items inadvertently, or sometimes intentionally, left behind each day. It's not just tossed, unceremoniously discarded without a second thought. In a landfill, that's the absolute last resort. First, it's sorted, meticulously categorized and assessed. In a warehouse, a vast space humming with activity behind the scenes, far from the bustling terminals and hurried travelers. I visited one, a surprisingly organized and efficient operation. Bins overflowed, practically bursting at the seams with the day's haul, a testament to our collective travel habits and forgotten necessities. From water bottles, the ubiquitous symbol of airport security restrictions, to perfumes, expensive fragrances confiscated for exceeding liquid limits. Workers in high-vis jackets, the unsung heroes of this logistical puzzle, sort everything by hand, a surprisingly manual process in our increasingly automated world. Liquids, separated by type and potential for recycling. Food, assessed for edibility and potential donation. Sharps, carefully contained and prepared for safe disposal. Electronics, evaluated for potential resale or recycling of valuable components. Lighters, collected and disposed of according to strict safety regulations. It's a meticulous process, a constant balancing act between efficiency, environmental responsibility, and safety, aiming to recycle, diverting as much waste as possible from landfills, donate, giving usable items a second life through charitable organizations, or safely destroy items, ensuring hazardous materials are handled with the utmost care. The mantra, a guiding principle that permeates every aspect of the operation: avoid landfill, minimizing the environmental impact of our discarded possessions whenever possible, striving for a more sustainable approach to waste management. Recyclables are separated, sorted into various categories for processing, donatable goods set aside, carefully packaged and prepared for distribution to those in need, and hazardous items, flagged and handled with specialized equipment and protocols, marked for destruction, ensuring they are safely and responsibly eliminated. Each item's fate, its ultimate destination, is decided here, a critical juncture in its post-security life. A bottle of water destined for the recycling bin, a Swiss Army knife carefully cataloged and prepared for secure disposal, a block of cheese deemed unsuitable for donation and destined for composting or responsible disposal, all on different paths, each determined by its composition and potential impact. The variety is staggering, a microcosm of our consumer culture. Evian bottles, symbols of hydration on the go, Chanel perfume, representing luxury and personal care, snow globes, miniature worlds captured in glass, multi-tools, symbols of preparedness and resourcefulness. Workers say, with a hint of amusement and perhaps a touch of weariness, it's like being archaeologists, unearthing a snapshot of modern life, piecing together stories, imagining the journeys and intentions behind each discarded item, from forgotten belongings, the remnants of hurried departures and travel restrictions. But there's no time, no opportunity to dwell on the individual stories, for sentimentality. The sheer volume of items demands efficiency and a pragmatic approach. The next wave of bins filled with the latest collection of confiscated goods is always coming, a relentless tide of forgotten and forbidden items. This sorting room, this bustling hub of activity, is the crossroads, the central processing point, for everything we leave behind, a physical manifestation of our travel habits and security protocols. It's a complex, multifaceted operation, efficient operation, designed to handle a massive volume of diverse items, mostly invisible to travelers, a hidden world operating in the shadows of our journeys. What happens next, the subsequent stages of processing and disposal, depends on what's ultimately in the bin, the composition and characteristics of each individual item. The journey continues, a complex and often unseen path, but the landfill, the final resting place for so much of our discarded waste, is the last resort, a destination actively avoided through careful sorting and responsible disposal practices. It's a world, a hidden ecosystem of waste management and resource recovery most of us never see, yet it plays a crucial role in the functioning of our airports and the management of our collective waste. Liquids are the most confiscated items. Water, soda, perfume, booze, water bottles. The liquid is poured away, bottles recycled. Airports generate mountains of plastic, so recycling is a must. Unopened, non-alcoholic items, like fancy olive oil, are often donated to charity. Alcohol and perfumes, though, can't be donated or resold. They're incinerated by licensed contractors, sometimes generating energy. Some airports are testing ways to turn confiscated alcohol into biofuel, but incineration is still the norm. The biggest waste? Perfectly good water, poured away daily. That's why many airports now have hydration stations after security. Bring an empty bottle, fill up for free. It's a small but smart fix to a massive problem. Recycling, donation, and innovation are all part of the effort to reduce waste. Even your forgotten gin might help power a home. Food is tricky. Snacks, gifts, delicacies often fall foul of the liquid rule. Jam, honey, pâté, yogurt, creamy cheeses, if it spreads or pours, it's likely banned. Most unsealed or perishable foods are thrown away for safety. But sealed, non-perishable items, jars, tins, chocolates can be donated to local food banks. It's a win-win: less waste, more meals for those in need. Food banks near airports receive everything from olive oil to biscuits, a lifeline for many. This system keeps good food out of landfill and helps the community. But international rules are stricter. Fresh produce, meat, and dairy are usually destroyed to prevent disease. So, a sealed jar of honey might be donated domestically but destroyed if you're crossing borders. The fate of your food depends on where you're flying. It's another layer in the complex journey of confiscated goods. Sometimes, your loss is someone else's gain, but not always, especially with perishables. Now, the serious stuff. Knives, tools, lighters, even firearms. These are never donated or resold, they're destroyed, no exceptions. Sharps like pen knives and scissors go into secure containers, then to industrial shredders, eventually recycled as scrap metal. Flammables, extra lighters, aerosols, are incinerated at specialized facilities. The goal: neutralize all risk, professionally and completely. Firearms or replica weapons trigger police involvement and criminal investigations. These items become evidence, not just confiscated goods. The process is strict, with no room for error. Most people just forget they packed a tool or lighter, but the consequences are serious. Safety is the priority, always. The journey for these items ends in destruction or a police locker. It's a sobering reminder of why the rules exist. Not everything is lost forever. Valuable items like laptops, cameras, and headphones are often left behind. These go to Lost and Found, where staff try to reunite them with owners. Items are held for 60-90 days. If unclaimed, they're auctioned off. Specialist auction houses sell everything from electronics to designer sunglasses. The proceeds help fund Lost and Found services, with surplus often going to charity. It's a circular system. Lost property gets a new life and the money does good. Thousands of items are returned every month, but even unclaimed goods avoid landfill. So, if you lose your Kindle, it might end up in someone else's hands and help a good cause. The system values recovery and reuse over waste. There's always a second chance for forgotten treasures. Beyond the usual items, security staff see the bizarre: batarangs, live eels, cannonballs, even human skulls. These oddities are handled by the same strict rules. Weapons are destroyed, live animals go to welfare groups, suspicious items trigger emergencies. There's no museum for weird confiscations. Safety always comes first. The Batman fan lost his batarangs. The cannonball caused an evacuation. Each strange item is a reminder. Know the rules before you pack. Security isn't just about inconvenience, it's about preventing chaos and risk. Even the weirdest stories have serious consequences. The lesson? Don't try to sneak oddities through security. The rules apply to everyone, no matter how unique your item. Check before you pack and save everyone a headache. We've seen the secret life of confiscated items, but the best solution is not to lose them at all. Check security rules before you pack. Every airport lists what's allowed. Decant toiletries, pack smart, and bring an empty water bottle to refill after security. Every item you keep saves time, reduces waste, and helps the environment. Airports are improving recycling and donation, but prevention is best. Understanding the rules turns frustration into confidence. So next time you fly, be prepared, pack smart, and breeze through security. Like and subscribe for more behind-the-scenes travel stories.